Hello. I'm a little screwed up. This is what, Saturday? So I haven't had a cigarette since, I guess, Tuesday night to Wednesday night to Thursday night to Friday night to Saturday night. 4 days. The first time I quit, okay, I was able to take a puff the first day. I lit up the cigarette. I smelled it a little bit. I smelled it a little bit, and I smelled it, and I was okay, and I quit that way by just smelling it. Eventually, I wasn't even thinking about it. But this time, I did it cold turkey. I just decided, it's not that I quit. Again, I don't want to say that I quit. I don't like to say that I quit. It's not good to quit. I'm not a quitter, okay? So I didn't quit. I just haven't smoked in 5 days. And one of the reasons is like this. I have marijuana now, okay? But I really don't want to smoke it. I have a half a pack of cigarettes, but I won't have a puff. I can go to the store and play poker because I love poker, but I won't play poker either. I won't gamble. I'll be able to watch sports. I get that hype. I get that hype. I'll watch some of the horses run around the racetrack. I get that hype. I need that hype. Okay? Because, like, seriously, if you gamble, what are you going to wait? 100? 500? 800? 5,000? You get a high, but once you don't have that 5,000 anymore, you're at a low. And then you got to get the high again. And then you're at the low, and then you get the high again. So I don't want to go up and down, up and down. But being bipolar right now, and I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, if there's any chicks watching, I'm going to tell you one right now. I don't know what really hemorrhoids are. I thought I used to think it is, but only my father's going to understand what this is all about. He doesn't watch my videos. Dad, you remember what the pigs look like when they turn around tail to tail and their tails start missing because they're missing the salt? Well, my rear end feels like the same thing. In fact, if I can see with the other side of me, I think it was an outie instead of an innie. So it'd be nice to gamble, bet, and play in a tournament where you have a chance of making $5,000 and win a hand. But what happens when you lose the hand? Fuck. How did he call me with that hand? How could he call me with that hand? In fact, let me tell you about an old poker story, and everybody has old poker stories. A kid at the table says, you know what? I made a couple of $100. I'm going to leave. If I win this pot at the end here, the small pot at 28 bucks, I'm going to leave it for you. So he ends up winning a pot of $35 or $45 before he left, just because he got lucky. Okay, and he said what he said, and everybody just threw their cards in. So he gave all the money back to us, $5 each. So he said, okay, we're all going to go in. No one's going to put any money in the first hand. So the first hand comes. No one puts any money. He flops over the 3 cards. And the guy at the end of the table wants to steal the whole thing. So he throws in $15. I get 2 pair. I throw in 30. Fold, 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 fold. He calls me. Next card comes. It's a heart. I have 2 pair. I figure maybe he's got, maybe a big pair, maybe a 10 jack or something. He says, okay. He puts in 15. I put in 40. He calls me. Now, I should have went all in at that point because that was the right move. But I'm trying to sucker him in, not letting him know that I have the 2 pair. Obviously, do you know what 2 pair I had? 7 and 4. 77-44. Do you know what that is? 121. 11-11. I got fucked. The last card comes another heart, makes a 3rd heart. He throws in 90. I threw in the rest of my money. He had 2 hearts in his hand. What do you think he had? A 2 a heart and a 9 a heart. Okay, the cards were perfect to exactly what my work is all about. I had 7 and 4, which was Christ, which is a diamond, a 1.5 size diamond, which is 74, which is exactly center. Look up 1.5 size diamond. It's 7.4 M&M. Okay, 7.4 is in the pound key with 6.66 billion people on the earth, divided by the 9 lives of the cat, ends up to be 7.4 million. Or it doesn't matter, as long as you have the 7.4, that's all we're talking about. We're not talking about the zeros. It was perfect. And that's exactly what the number was. He had number 29, 2 and 9 of hearts. That's the birth cycle of us. 2 nines came in, creating the 3 creation. Lost the hand. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what to eat anymore. Can you read this? Pan. The word cat. Okay? They say the Chinese eat cat, and this says pan. Reverse that, it says tack pans. Add in Marge, you have Mr. Tack Pans. What are we doing with the Chinese? What are we doing with the Asian people? Just to let you know that when you start Monopoly, position number 5, roll number 4, position number 7, roll number 6, Spirit of 76 is Oriental. 4, 5, 6, and 7 says Federation. Somehow we have something to do like it's an exchange. You see, we couldn't make some of the stuff here because some of the stuff that are being made overseas that's in your house right now is to psychologically screw you up. You put on the radio, something in your house is going to get a vibration that eats us inside that we don't understand. Somebody asked me about George. Well, let me tell you something about Walmart. Do you know that Walmart runs the 6-point star, which is the Mug and David? A 6-point star will have 6 indentations in it. 6 points, 6 indentations is 12, plus the 1 center is 13. The pentagram and the Mug and David together, or the octagon and the Mug and David, okay, is 5, 7, 7. Why? Because the Mug and David center is number 7, the 7th position to the 6 points. The octagon to the 8 points, the position in the center of your telephone is number 5. The pentagram of the 5 points and the center position is number 5. Now I just went to Walmart. Look at the volleyball, look at the basketball, look at the soccer ball, look at the hockey puck, the change in your pockets, the dollar bills versus the piano, 36 keys on the piano and 52. That's exactly the way the Mayan counted. The piano, which is associated with 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Okay. I don't even know where to go next. I'm just going to show you this little picture. This is a dice cube. Go straight up. You go to the center of this side, you go over. Here's another dice cube. You do the same thing. This over here, if you really look at it, okay, it's the same thing as the octagon. How can I show you? I'm going to try and show you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, 6 points, 7 points, 8 points. The center is number 5, 58, 85. 5 and 8 is 13, 8 and 5 is 13, 13, 13, 1 and 3 is 4, 1 and 3 is 4, 44. The presidency now is the 44th presidency. Okay? See the way the A can come off the side here? See, this is actually the letter R. Did you know that? This is the letter R. Do you see it? Here's the letter R. I'll try and... See the letter R? The letter R on that side? Another thing to tell you, and I've said this already, George is all over Walmart. Everywhere. George clothing this, and George clothing that, and George clothing... Do you know why George is all over? Listen to me speak, okay? The clothing, the cloning, George cloning, women's cloning and men's cloning, men's cloning and women's cloning, clothing, cloning. They're cloning right now as we speak. It's all a game. How this game works, let me stop I'm cooking it's carrot vermicelli, comes from China. They probably added something in, but I'm not sure what to eat anymore. I'm really not sure what to eat anymore. It's I mean, they're screwing up everything. Oh, I wanted to take out these noodles, but I'll do this after. So, man, would I like to have a cigarette right now. I'm not doing any of these things. Okay, let me finish off with this. So I go to Walmart, and really I don't like to buy anything there because it says made in China. Because I walk in there and I'm thinking, why are we dealing so much with the Chinese? Why do the Chinese, and I call all the Asian people, I should just say Asian people, right? Thailand starts with a TH for time heaven and ends with an ND for second, means they're second out of the boat. Before you're born, they test it in China, and then your mother screws your father, and then the same element, when you're born, they are gauging what you're going to look like. Don't you understand Aldous Huxley and the machines? How do they do it? Because we're inside. The moon is inside of here. It's in this world, in this sphere. The stars you may see in the starlight, star bright, are not for the whole night. We are in, not out. Do I sound fucking ridiculous? Maybe I do, but I've been at this 8 years, and when I get a feeling, my feeling is normally quite exact. Okay? Now the thing is, my feelings aren't worth anything because I can never explain anything, but I will tell you the way it works. Do you remember when they said we must hold hands even though you're home, but think always at the same time that energy will come together? That's the way part of it works. So what you have to do in order to start this whole thing is believe some of everything that I'm saying, and we will come together. Once they know we're starting to swallow them up whole, okay, the energy that comes out to us will turn around and we'll be able to pitch it back the other way. And they will have no choice because it's a computer, and they have to follow what the computer is of what the heart of all mankind is all about. It's what's in our heart directs the computers, and we can reverse it. And we'll be able to pick up signs. It'll create mistakes. They'll be making mistakes because we'll start believing that we are inside a different kind of a world. That the 28-day moon is not outside, and it is for our pregnancy. That's why they have the cesarean, because once you pass a certain date, the moon cycle is true. George is all over Walmart. George Clooney, you ever hear of him? George Clooney closed. Now Walmart holds the pattern. Do you understand how it works? And you cannot trademark it because they don't want to trademark Curious George. It's not worth it to them because you can't trademark. Another thing is George is 5 and a 7. 5 times 7, 35, plus 12, which is 5 and 7, equals 47. It's gematria for time. The reverse is 74, and it's the center of everything. The total is 121. OR in the middle of George is the gold. O is the 15th letter, which is A and E. 15 plus the A and E of the O makes it a total of 21. It also says of George, E-I-E-I-O. The I and the E. When you write, I'm going to switch this around. When you write the word ice, the letter I, if you wrote a capital I, Roman numeral, okay, now takes over. Roman numeral capital I is now a 1. A 1 in gematria is now an A. Instead of having that, you have ace. 1, 3, and 5 times 2, two sides of the clock, half and half, is 270, plus 3 is 273, which is 39 weeks of 7 days, and it's a pregnancy, and someone is born from January 1st, it's October 1st. But it becomes October 4th because nothing starts until the 4th. AB creates C, C makes D. That's right. God is a whole, all by himself. He can create everything out of one. The other thing is that the volleyball has 3 lines this way, 3 lines on the other side, then 3 lines this way and 3 lines this way. 3, 3 is 9, 3, 3 is 9, 9 by 9 is 81. Do that the other way on the ball, 81, 18, 81, no problem. 19 by 19 is 361. 19 by 99, 19 by 99 is 1881. I'm thinking. 66 times the 7.4 M&M size diamond, which is 1.5, 1.5 times 66 is 99 Jupiter. 44 times 1.5 is 66. How do we get 44 by multiplying to get 1.5? What do we have to do to get 44? 22, if I remember correctly. Is it 22 by 80? I'm going to take out my calculator. I didn't do this one before. 1776 divided by 22 equals, it doesn't work. But 22 times 80.72727272 is 1776. But 1776, hold on, 1776 divided by 44 equals 40, which is monopoly, okay, 0.36, 0.36, 0.36, which is monopoly without the corners. Now we all know, okay, that 1776 divided by 66 equals 26.90.90.90, which is the birth and of the spirits. Now, you're supposed to use 3 numbers to use them all. I'm using the 2 only to try and explain to you that it shows you the whole, and then of the totality, and then it shows you the expression. 40 is the game. 40 is the game with the corners, the pillars. Then 36 is the creation of inside the game. And then always after repeated number, it stops, and then instead of saying 72, 72, 72, it says 72.1. 73. Another thing, just to end this off, pi, 3.14. Well, 3 by 14 is 42, 24 hours a day. 42, 24 is 66. 3 times 15 is 45. Reverse 45, 54 is 99. Jupiter. And then we get the next one, which is 92. 3 by 92 is 276, which is 152. But 276 is the spirit of 76. I'm just trying to show you how pi works. But anyways, when you read pi off, it says to crack the nut. That's what it says. But I'm not gonna get too much more into that. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I want to thank you for watching this. And George is all over the place. Did I mention this? There are 2 presidents that are 88. There are 2 presidents that are 66, and Barack Obama is 51. Every year that goes by will add on 5 more years until one of the presidents passes on. I'm not going to get with the number right now, but I did work that number out. I just want to tell you right now, pieces that are missing is that the Queen, somehow the Queen, when she passes on, I can see it being food poisoning. Because the numbers in the game that are going right now, 1776 and 1776, if I remember correctly, is 3552, which is 9 years and I think 8 months. And that's basically 5775. It's basically the number of time I've been sick, that I got sick. Add that on to the time I got sick, and it comes out to October of 2014. Everything is running into my numbers exactly. My grandmother's sick and she's not going to make it. It was affirmed yesterday. Now that I know that, born the same day as Barack Obama, I know things are going to start to happen. Nothing can happen until my grandmother passes on. Okay? And then once that happened, the Queen of England is going to go, and then Prince Charles has to take over. Because for some reason, this whole book and the words that I got and the information I got at the beginning has been like spot on. Although I can't explain it, Matrix is something that can't be explained, because if I could explain it, I wouldn't be here right now. They would remove me. The only way we can stay together right now is we must just think that there's a chance that not me, I don't like to say me, but like they said, let us stick together in spirit, and you shall see that the cookie shall crumble because of our energies coming together in thought. Let our energies come together in thought. There's beautiful people out there with so much information. Don Adams, Alfred Weber, David Icke, and a whole bunch more. I don't remember them all, but such fantastic people out there. I know if we stick our energies together, you don't have to believe everything. Just know we're being bamboozled. Just know that they put the cover over our head. Just know that if you shut your eyes and put pressure on it, that you can see another world, because we are not on the outside, we are on the inside. Raphael, 7286, in the constellation of Pegasus, which is connected. There is a 7286 in the center north of Russia. Just below that, completely south of the 7286 in Russia, is a minus 7286 in Antarctica. And then there's one more in the Baffin Islands. Connect that triangle together, see what other 7286s there are, and you will find something that they're trying to do to us. Another thing, okay, is the James Bay Project. Another thing is Niagara Falls. And all these dams that they have built up, there's something in there. There's an energy. They pulsate from the sky. I don't know how it works. And you know, I'm going to tell you the biggest secret? We're upside down. Raphael, 7286. Thank you.